next modification example for method of undetermined coefficients. This one we actually modify our guess twice. So our differential equation is y double prime minus 14y prime plus 49y equals 4 times e to the 7x. This has a repeated root of 7, so we actually have our homogeneous solution is c1 e to the 7x plus c2 x e to the 7x. So same e to the 7x twice. And on our right-hand side here, we have 4 times e to the 7x. So the particular solution we would normally guess would just be undetermined coefficient a times e to the 7x. But that's a problem. That is one of the homogeneous solutions, a constant c1 times e to the 7x. Okay, well, multiply by x. Well, that's also a problem because that's our second c2 x e to the 7x. All right, multiply by another x, multiply by x squared. And so now this isn't a homogeneous solution. This should work. We can actually go through the problem and figure out what the a is and solve for the particular solution. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have y particular prime of x. All right, take a derivative. So we have a, let's do the x part first. So a times 2x times e to the 7x. And we have plus a times x squared from the other half times 7 e to the 7x. And right, let's simplify that before we go on so we don't have such a headache in the next piece. This is a, we've got a 2x here plus a 7x squared there, and that's all times e to the 7x. Right, then y particular double prime of x. Okay, well that's a. This is going to be taking the derivative of the first bit for the first half of the product rule. We've got 2 plus 14x times e to the 7x plus a, and let's leave that one alone for this half, so 2x plus 7x squared, and then multiplying 7 e to the 7x. Again, it's always nice to simplify before going on. So let's see here, everything has an a on it. Looks like we have a constant, an x and e to the 7x terms. Let's see, we have a 2 here. No constants in the second term, so just 2. We have a 14x plus, looks like 2x times 7, so another 14x, that makes 28x. And then we have a 49x squared. And that's all times e to the 7x. All right, then plug it in. So y particular double prime minus 14, y particular prime plus 49, y particular. All right, so let's get going. So we got a, let's see, everything is going to be multiplying a, but yeah, let's just go through it. So it's 2 plus 28x plus 49x squared e to the 7x minus 14. Okay, a, and that's y particular, okay, 2x plus 7x squared, x plus 7x squared, e to the 7x. And then we got, what is it, plus 49. A, x squared, e to the 7x. All right, now let's try and group by x's and x squareds. So we actually have, everything has an a in it. I'm going to have an a, I'm going to have a square bracket. There's going to be a square bracket way over here times e to the 7x. Well, let's see here. Let's start with the constant. That one looks the easiest. So there's just a 2 right here, and there aren't constants anywhere else, any constant terms, so 2. And then I've got plus 28x, so plus 28x. Then I have minus 14 times negative 2x, that's actually minus 28x. And there are no x terms here, just x squared. Then I have the x squared terms, so I have a plus 49x squared and a minus, okay, negative 14 times 7. I think that's 98, so that's a minus 98. And then I have another plus 49. x squared, and then that's all times e to the 7x. Well, this is working out well. This whole thing is supposed to equal 4 e to the 7x. And we do have a constant term. The x terms cancel out. The x squared terms cancel out. 49 plus 49 is 98. So 98 minus 98 is 0. So this is it. It just equals 4 e to the 7x. So we have 2a e to the 7x equals 4 e to the 7x. And that's not that bad. A is equal to 2. So then we go back up here, and I guess I'll write it in. So y particular of x is 2x squared e to the 7x. And that's the particular solution. If you guessed correctly, this should happen every time. You should end up with, at the end of your guess, you can actually solve the problem. Right? If there had been a problem where I had added or I missed a minus sign somewhere, something like that, and I ended up with x terms or x squared terms to deal with that didn't just disappear, I wouldn't have been able to solve this. But it looks like I did all my algebra right, and I was able to solve it, and the particular solution we were looking for was 2x squared e to the 7x.